Not me, boy. Okay, so, Obama's BS Commission. What did they come up with? BS. Cuts in benefits, raising the retirement age, reducing the COLA, higher co-pays on Medicare. A bunch of BS, right? Yeah. Were they able to make their own goal of a 2/3 majority? No. Okay, but members of Congress who the corporate paid members of Congress who want to take away our benefits have taken up the cause, and they're determined to push the BS plan through some way or another through the legislative meat grinder. So we know that the House is pretty much occupied by the Republicans. There's not much hope of stopping BS there. We also know that Obama is very unlikely to be able to resist whatever gets handed to him. So the Senate is the legislative hurdle where we have the best chance of being able to stop the BS program. And within the Senate, Dianne Feinstein is one of the huge focuses for a number of reasons. One, every Democrat that can be gotten on board to oppose the BS cuts is necessary. Second, she has a tremendously bad record on Medicare and Social Security. You remember she supported the Medicare Modernization Act that gave us Part D. Yeah. So we need to put a huge full-court press on her. And what we want to do is to force her into supporting the Sanders Amendment, which would say that any changes in Social Security would have to be approved by 2/3 of the legislators. So Kara has been meeting in Southern California with Feinstein's staff. We tried to do it in Northern California, and the results of some of our members even risked getting arrested trying to get in to see her. But in Southern California, things were a little better. And we spoke with the district director down there, and his message, although he couldn't promise anything, obviously, from Feinstein, but his message is that she is impressed by hearing that there's many, many different constituencies, all of whom insist that Social Security must be left alone. So it's not just seniors, it's people with disability, it's people whose parents died when they were young, it's particularly women, it's particularly minorities, all these different constituencies she needs to hear from. And so what we want to do is to collect thousands and thousands of cards with people telling their individual stories about why Social Security is necessary to them, emphasizing the different constituencies that are represented. And so, if you look at the yellow card that's that you've all gotten, this is the card that we want to take to huge numbers of people in California over the next weeks and get them filled out. And you can fill them out now. The idea is to collect them at each meeting, including this meeting. And Kara will take the information off, the vital information of the names and phone numbers and telephone numbers, and so we'll be able to grow. Our movement will be able to grow. And we will determine the best way to be able to present it to Feinstein. We've already started doing a little bit of this in the Bay Area. Started sending out taking these cards to some meetings, unauthorized versions of them, and we've gotten a lot of very good results from them. So this looks like people do respond to this, and people should do it. The other thing I'd like to bring up is that in the Bay Area, we've already started doing a little of this kind of action. We have a hands-off Social Security. We have a hands-off Social Security group, hands-off Social Security Jobs Now group. And that's an important thing. We know that we're not going to be able to speak to young people, young working adults, unless we talk about jobs. Because it's not the deficit that's killing us, it's the lack of jobs, it's the lack of services. We know that if we cut back income programs and social services, this is only going to make the recession worse. And if banks and businesses aren't willing to hire, then the government is going to have to hire itself. We've got tremendous work that needs to be done in the infrastructure. Our schools, our highways, our bridges are falling apart. And it's going to take jobs to recover them. This is what we need to be. And this is the message that younger workers have to hear, is that older people are in lockstep with them, that the demand for jobs and the demand to save Social Security are one and the same. So thank you.